Hi, this is Sarah from Precision Camera and Video in Austin, Texas. I have a really exciting new toy today, the brand new Olympus Micro Four Thirds Pen-F camera. Brand new 20 megapixel sensor, unlike 16 and all the rest of the models. We're here in downtown Austin on Congress Avenue. We're gonna run around and make some pictures. Right now I have it shooting large JPEG and I have it shooting RAW, so we have both images available to compare later. The Viewfinder's a lot better than some of their older models. Very responsive, very quick. So this new dial on the front, super nifty, really cool. I'm finding I'm using it more than I thought I would. It lets you go between the monochromatic and color modes, as well as the art modes. So we have a few similarities and a few differences from older models. Similarities being 10 frames per second. Differences being that in silent mode you can do 20 frames per second, which is pretty impressive. It shares the same autofocus system as we've seen in previous models with 81 autofocus points. The biggest thing is going to be because of the resolution increase, our composite large resolution file is going to go up to 50 megapixels as a JPEG and 84 as a RAW file. Right now I'm shooting with the 25mm 1.8, your classic 50. This camera is seen as a street photographer's camera, so why not have the perfect street lens on it. One of the cool things I love about this guy, that I love about all the Olympus cameras, is the touch screen. I can just touch where I want to focus. Doesn't matter where my point was originally, I can just say focus here and it does it. I love that. Definitely tugs at the heartstrings of retro film lovers. Looks just like one of their older Olympus Pen half-frame cameras. They've given us some cool new things. Built-in EVF. This is the same type of EVF that we find in the EM10 Mark II. It's 2.36 million dots, if I'm not mistaken, OLED EVF. We have the same style flip-out screen that we find in a EM5 Mark II, which is nice. Same touchscreen we're all familiar with. They've given us now 4 custom modes, which is nice. So instead of you having to go into the menu and find that My Setup thing that they used to do, now we have 4 definable custom settings on the top. They also give us an exposure comp dial, which works as exposure compensation and as flash compensation, depending on how you want to set it. The biggest thing though is probably this guy right here. This new little dial goes between mono color editing, chrome editing, creative color editing, and art modes. They've kind of redesigned how you can fine-tune your photos with different tonalities, different grain structures, different looks, and it's really easy to access. I'm a big fan, whether it's looking at the back screen or looking at the EVF. It just falls really naturally under your index finger, allows for quick changes that you can see live in the EVF. The cool thing about this guy right here is I'm able to fine-tune all of my saturation, my monochromatic filters on the black and white, whether I want to shoot in red or yellow or green. Looking at the state capitol with a bright blue sky and great green lawn, I can choose if I want to bring out my blues or bring out the greens or tone down yellows, whatever I want to do. This dial just provides for a lot more control than was previously available on Olympus cameras. For example, Right now I'm on the monochromatic setting. I'm able to cycle through the exact filter I want for my monochrome. And then using this back dial, I can set the intensity. It's very quick, it's very intuitive, it's a great visual. I love that dramatic. The way this camera is set up is just so friendly to a street shooter that needs to make quick and easy changes to their settings. One thing that's really awesome about this camera is the build quality. Now, it's not weather sealed like the EM5 Mark II or the EM1, but it's just really substantial, and you know that the moment you put it in your hands. The etchings are just beautiful. You can't find a single screw on this entire thing. I mean, really, it just isn't there. It's just a very, very solid camera. Evokes the same kind of solid feeling you get when you pick up one of their old pen film cameras. So I love the snap, I love the feel. One thing that this camera does that all the other Olympus cameras do, which I love, is the live composite. If you're not familiar, it's when it basically builds a single time-lapse picture in one frame. So star trails, long exposures, you know, light painting, things like that. This guy does it, which means my heart is happy, because that's like the coolest feature, I think, of almost all the Olympus cameras. So all in all, the Olympus Pen-F has been an absolute joy to shoot with. The styling is great. The build quality is great. I can't wait to see the pictures. I'm so excited to have a 20 megapixel file from a micro four thirds camera. It's been a pleasure to shoot with. Thanks for exploring downtown with me with the Olympus Pen-F.